their stuff first.
Oh, I thought you were ready for us.
No.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just hang tight.
Ready, ma'am?
Okay, we're ready.
I'll call
To
this
start.
meeting to order, February 24th, 2021. Roll call of members, Pam?
Herder,
Yes.
General,
Yes.
Leaders,
Here.
Pierce,
Yes.
Karen, are you on?
Yes.
Okay,
We've all had a chance to read the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes or make corrections?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, say
hold
aye.
on. I'm sorry. Leaders,
Yep.
Pierce,
Yep. It's all right, Pam.
it was a bad day. Okay, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Okay, so since it's our first hearing of the year, we need to elect officers. So does someone want to elect someone for chair?
I would be like Mike
Mike,
stated,
you want
sure.
to continue?
Sure.
Yeah, I nominate Mike.
Okay, he already did.
Oh,
So you want to second it?
Second, I'll second.
Okay, any other nominations?
Who's the vice chair right now?
Well, right now, I think it's Stella.
That's me.
Stella's the vice chair. Okay, so let's vote on General
That's fine.
for chair. All in favor?
Oh, okay.
All in favor of chairman.
All in favor of,
Mike being the chairman.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now how about nominations for vice chair?
Lynn, do you want to be in?
I don't care. Do you want to still do it?
I don't really.
I can do it, whatever. If somebody wants to nominate, it's fine.
I'll
Hopefully,
nominate
hopefully
you.
Mike will always be here, so
Right.
I don't have to worry about it.
He's,
Okay,
I will
Herber nominate leaders.
yeah, I'll
Yep.
second.
You'll
Peters
second it?
for vice chair.
Okay. All in favor?
All in favor.
All in favor?
Of Lynn.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
So, do that.
have you had a chance to look at the meeting schedule?
You want me to read my statement now? Or?
No.
No, we're-
So
we're still
meeting
doing-
schedule,
We're still doing all this
if
first of the
you're,
year stuff.
are you okay with the meeting schedule?
Looks
If
good
so,
to
we'll
me.
need a vote on that.
Let
And
me
then we
make
can-
sure see that at this point. that-
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting schedule as attached.
Okay, second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same.
All right, now you can read the statement.
All right. This public hearing will be conducted pursuant to the board's rules of procedure adopted May 26, 1988. We will first hear the report of the planning director on detailed information and observations regarding the request, if not done in written form prior to the hearing. Next, we will take the testimony of the applicant and his or her witnesses. Upon completion of the applicant's testimony, I'll call upon members of the audience wishing to make a statement concerning the request. Persons in favor of the request shall be heard first, followed by those who oppose it. At any time during the presentation of testimony, the members of the board may interrupt to ask questions or to make comments on what has been said. Upon completion of all testimony, the applicant will be allowed to make a closing statement to the board. Upon completion of the applicant's closing statement, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing on the request. After the public hearing has been closed, we will then hear the recommendation, if any, of the planning director. And upon completion of all discussion, I'll entertain a motion from the members of the board regarding the disposition of the application. Each speaker addressing this board shall step forward to the podium and state their name and address before proceeding with their testimony or evidence. I ask you to spell your last name. The board shall not be bound by strict rules of evidence, but does reserve the right to exclude evidence or testimony that it may deem to be irrelevant, immaterial, incompetent, or unduly repetitious. As chairman, I will rule on all the questions relating to the admissibility of evidence, which may be overruled by the majority of the board. The board may grant continuances in the case for good cause shown to any interested party who has entered his appearance. The board may, at any time, request a continuance of a hearing for the purpose of giving further notice, taking further evidence, gathering further information, touring the proposed site, or for such other reasons the board may find sufficient. In such case, we shall state the specific reasons for the continuance and set a date, time, and place when the matter will be continued. All official actions of this board will be made by public hearing, by motion made, seconded, and point of the membership. If conditions are imposed, such conditions shall be included in the motion or amended hereto. Our final decision will be prepared in writing and will be part of the public record of this board. Once this board has reached a decision on a case, that decision shall be final. Section 335.18 of the Iowa Code states, any person or persons, jointly or severally, aggravated by any decision of the Board of Adjustment under the provisions of Chapter 335, or any taxpayer or any officer, department, board, or bureau of the county may present to the court or record a petition duly verified, setting forth that such decision was illegal in whole or in part, specifying the grounds of the legality. Such petitions shall be presented to the court within 30 days after the final filing of the decision of the board, office of the board. Upon hearing that, I would ask for a motion to open up the public hearing on case CU 2021-01, Joe and Viola Shiro.
I'll make that motion.
To moved and seconded.
I'll second it.
No, we already got a second.
Okay.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed the same. Motion carried. The public hearing is now open. Guess I would ask for Jack. You're gonna to speak now, I guess.
Thank you, Jack, excuse me, Jack Bruce, 25 Main Place. I represent Mr. and Mrs. Shiro. And I might say that the information you have about what they plan to do is really a little more than they really plan to do for some time. This is a retirement endeavor. They have 4 dogs now. They intend to just keep it at 4 for now and build a breeding kennel that actually doesn't show on the map you guys have. That's going to be built 75 feet east of the house and north of the barn. It's going to be a 14 by 54 foot kennel with 12 bays in it. And their thought is if they can have a conditional use permit now and go to the state and get their commercial kennel license, then they can go with their 4 dogs. And as time goes on in the next year or so, add a couple dogs and see how everything goes. So they don't have present plans to build the big kennel that's shown on the plat, but they may at some point. And likewise, they don't have any intention of boarding the dogs for now. So I might turn it over to Joe and see if he can answer any of the questions you might have. Joe?
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hi.
Is what I said pretty much correct to what you plan to do?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We got kind of ambitious on that drawing,
Can we
but
get him to
really,
state
all
his
we
name?
want to do is have a
Oh,
little
Joe?
retirement job.
Joe,
Yes.
could you please state your name and address?
Oh, okay. Joseph N. Shiro, my wife Viola Shiro, and 13851 192nd Street, Council Bluffs 51503.
Thank you. Okay, you can continue.
Okay, and the drawing that I got you guys were kind of bad, I guess. I sent some pictures to Jack, and I don't know if you guys seen them, but them are more realistic of what we're gonna do. The 14 by 54 kennel, and the dog runs will be facing our house. So I don't see any problem with noise, because these dogs, the bulldogs, they're kind of really, they're not an outside dog. So, you know, you let them out a little bit, but mostly they need air conditioning and heat.
Yeah, inside the house.
Yeah, they're not a big dog, and they're not a big barker. They're just playful dogs, but they overheat. And same way with the cold, because they don't have much of a nose, so they're not out very much at all. And they're never out at night, because I'm scared that something might get them.
Do you guys have any previous experience breeding dogs, or is that?
Yes, we've had 4 litters now
Okay.
with the 4 that we've had. And we've had some real good results with them. And like I said, they sell very well. They, soon as we actually advertise for them, they're gone before they're actually weaned. You know, we wean them first, but you know, they're already spoken for.
So they don't have much of a nose, so do they smell out wildlife outside, or would you have them
No,
out at,
they
would you have them
just-
outside at night ever?
At night, they're inside. I wouldn't leave them outside at night. I'm scared that something might get them. I mean, these aren't very big dogs. I mean, you know, these aren't, I think a lot of people, when they see these or hear about these dogs, they think mastiffs, and they're not. I mean, there's a good representation of Jill that I'm holding on what size they are, if you have that picture in front of you.
I'm going to pass it around right now, okay?
Yeah.
Do they have the freedom to go in and out through the night?
Yeah, there'll be, on that kennel, there'll be, an automatic door. Well, it's a piece of plexiglass. They can come in and out when they want to. But I also will have guillotine doors where I can shut them in at night. So they can't get out. And there'll be a roof over them, so, you know, for snow and rain and heat. And, it'll be air conditioned and heated. And I'm gonna run a water line out there, so there'll be a fresh water supply. And, you kind of got an idea of the footprint that's going to leave with me mumbling around in the snow back there. And I think it's really far away enough that we're not going to bother anybody.
What do you do
Can
with
you talk a
the,
little bit about the boarding aspect?
We're not even looking at the boarding until down the road. But if we do boarding, it would be no more than 10. And it would be not in the breeding kennel, because I don't want, these English bulldogs can be susceptible to a lot of stuff, especially as pups. So you really got to be careful with them.
Uh-oh.
Until he comes back, I think he was probably gonna tell you also that he was only gonna board dogs in the summer.
But that's way down the road. Right now, I really want to just get this 12-stall kennel.
It's way down the road, but it's something that you're planning to do, so
Well, we're 50-50 on that. It all really depends on how well this goes over. Because like I said, we're just looking for a retirement job and some to supplement the income. And we'll make some pretty good money on just this. I don't know if we want to dedicate all that time to boarding. And there's a lot of other stuff that goes along with it. More than I think about, more than we might not. But I want to have that option open in case we do.
What is the average litter size?
It decreases of the number of litters. The first litter is always between, well, not always, 7 or 8, 6 or 8. And then the second one, it'll start going down, 4 to 6, 4 to 5. And then on the third one, I will not breed him past two breedings because I think it's too hard on the dog. And I think that the puppies that you get back from it, it seems like the third breeding and the breedings afterwards always seem to go down to 1 or 2 pups.
what are you gonna do with the waste from all of them?
The waste,
Yes.
waste removal, this will have drains in it, but we will collect the hard, the manure. We will collect that in the dog dens and then compost. And then the drains, the little kennels, because I'm losing my train of thought, but we'll just wash the drain, the urine go to the field. There won't be no bathrooms, no human waste, anything like that.
But Joe, if you get to that point, you were going to install a septic system for that
Oh,
building,
for the
correct?
boarding?
Yes.
Yes, that would, if we get that far, we will have the same septic system that we use for the house, and that's an $18,000 unit. And we'll put that in if we board.
Okay, if you don't board though, for the breeding facility,
The breeding facility, we're not gonna put that in, no.
so when you say you're going to wash it down a drain, where will that go then?
The drain is built into, so you can keep the kennel area clean. The urine will go into a drain field.
So you will put in some type of a collection system?
Well, I don't know whether I have to, do I? I mean, because it's just urine and water. And the solid I pick up in compost. And if I have to put in a drain field, I don't think it's a big deal. All you need is a separate area. We've got plenty of land where we can put it in.
Right.
What's the size of your property?
70 acres,
70 acres?
yes.
Is that a concrete pad that is gonna go, with the urine that's gonna go?
We will be
down?
putting it on a concrete pad, yes.
And then you'll wash down that concrete pad with urine and it will go out into the field at the end of it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, so you're gonna have a concrete pad and the where the urine will drain away from your place, will that be a concrete little, area, drain away place that is all like concrete until it goes, does it go down a
I
hill?
can put that in, that would be no problem. Where it just evaporate.
Well,
Yeah, that would
I'm
be no
thinking, I
problem.
was thinking you were wanting to drain away from the building.
Yes, well, yeah, well, the way they construct this is that the drain, the pipes go underneath the building and then go out to wherever I want to put it. So I can run it 10 feet, I can run it 100 feet.
So it's gonna drain out the floor?
Yeah.
It
It'll
will
drain out
drain
the
out the
drain-
floor and go someplace
Drain coat. Yeah.
outside, away from the building?
The drains are in the building, and they're long drains, they go into each kennel holding area, and then it all collects into one pipe, and then it's to be, to wherever you want to put it.
Is that area downhill from where
Yes.
the building is?
It's not, hill, but the grade is where it gradually grades, yes.
Drains away.
It's like, not big, it's like maybe from where we're putting it to maybe a grade of, 3 feet, maybe.
But you won't have a collection tank in a field from the tank though.
No, not if we,
I don't think that's
not
his
if we don't
intent.
need one. Because if you want me to just put a concrete pad down there where it can collect and evaporate, I can do that. Or I can put a septic in there, but I think our water table's too high for a septic. That's why we had to go with the $18,000 unit that we had in the house.
Joe, this is a commercially constructed kennel that's designed by somebody, and it's not something you're designing yourself, right?
No, it's Horizons, and the picture is on, I also sent you the pictures.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know why they call it commercial, but it's nice. It's really nice in it.
And he will have to secure a building permit from our office, and it would have to
Yes.
be plan reviewed and
Yeah.
inspected. So I would imagine at that point, they will determine, along with the environmental health inspectors, if an actual septic system would need to be installed, or if this is sufficient to, as far as environmental health issues go and building codes go.
I would
Okay.
expect the state probably inspects it, okays it also.
Right. When it's a commercial kennel.
Well, is it really a commercial kennel or is it a private kennel now? Since I don't have
Anything-
anybody in there.
Anything above 4 dogs, you need a commercial kennel.
Okay, okay,
That's
Okay.
why you're getting the conditional use.
Okay.
Anything above 4 dogs is considered not private anymore.
okay.
So you have
okay.
4 and immature, so, right? You have some puppies?
Oh, we'll have puppies, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the puppies will be off the premises. I don't anticipate holding on to any of them longer than 2 months. Well, the 8 months whelping, and then 2 months after that, I wouldn't anticipate having any dog over 4 months, over the puppy.
But you plan on starting that operation soon, correct?
Yes, we
Okay.
would like to, yes.
So yes, then it's commercial.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any other questions from the board?
No, I just, hope everything goes good. I mean, like I said, I totally don't know how to approach this, so I thought I would start going this route. I don't know if I jumped the gun or what, but
Then if you go in and start boarding dogs in here, are you gonna have to apply for another permit?
No, a
This will
conditional
all be
use
conditional,
is
all of it.
for commercial, for boarding and for breeding.
Okay,
So just keep that in mind when you
all right.
make your decision and if you approve, to keep that in mind for conditions,
Okay.
okay?
All right, at this time, I would ask if anyone wants to speak in favor of this dog kennel?
what,
Okay, and we're just going through the meeting, we have to ask for people to speak in favor, and then next we'll ask if there's anyone who wants to speak opposing the kennel. Could you come up at this time?
oh, there was
Okay.
one person that opposed.
Okay.
We got Hank.
Can you just mute yourself for now?
Okay,
Okay?
You can come up to the
You
podium,
want to-
ma'am.
okay.
Please. If you would state your name and spell your last name for us.
Okay, my name is Hannah Cruz, Kruse.
And your address?
Is 13964 Wabash Avenue.
Can you speak a little louder, please?
Yeah, sorry, it's about with this.
I know.
And I am here because I opposed the kennel proposal. We're
Can you
basically.
hear this, Jack? No.
What separates our property from where the kennel is going to be is just the Wabash Trace. I work from home, and having a dog that much noise and smell that close to our property would ruin my work life and my home life. And so I'm very concerned.
How far is it from the property line, your home?
How far is this? This is just, there's, where Tasty Treat is. We're a couple of houses down.
Do you know how many feet it is?
No, I don't.
About?
No. It's about I would say about a half a mile. But
Half a mile.
yeah, if there's another house that was just built on that road that goes by this property where the kennel is going to be, and they just recently, I know they have 2 dogs, and that's so, I mean, we can hear them right in our backyard, and when the owners yell at them, it sounds like they're also right there, and so I don't want to add more of that kind of dog noise if I can avoid it.
What was your address one more time?
13964 Wabash Avenue.
I was trying to find out.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see where she is.
On my phone here, so she's
Me
right,
too.
she's on the other
'Cause I
side
don't
of
think
the,
it's
she's
showing
on
on
the other
this.
side of the trail.
And I don't think it's on this
Wabash.
aerial photo.
Yeah, it's,
We'll be on the other side of the highway then?
no.
No, on the other side of the Wabash, so here's
Right,
the subject property and she is right over here.
okay.
Over closer, she's over closer to the school.
On this map here, is it, can you locate it?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
East.
So it's over here.
So she would
He's
be,
here.
right in, like, right
There.
there somewhere, yeah.
Well, that's pretty close.
So I guess you're mainly worried about noise during the daytime, is that?
Oh, since I work from home, it's a day, night,
Day and night.
weekend. We enjoy being outdoors.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And I'm sorry I was late. How many dogs are they talking about?
It looks like the 4 right now, but they could go,
What's the maximum, Pam, do you know?
Well, they are proposing 25
25.
if they get to full production,
Okay.
if you want to call it that. Yep. I think it's on one of those papers that Jack provided.
6 pups would be quite a few pups,
right?
quite a few dogs there at one time.
And I love dogs, I just, no.
Right, and just say,
So this paper.
Oh, it's on that. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
anybody else to speak opposed? Okay.
Okay, so let's,
We read
before
it.
we see what their rebuttal is.
You want me to read this one first or not?
Yeah, could you read that email?
Yeah.
So we also received an email from,
Jerry.
Peterson?
yes, who must have been within that 500 feet buffer that we have to send notices to. So he sent it, he couldn't be here tonight, he was stuck in Colorado due to a flight delay. So he wanted to voice that concern. So if you want to read that.
Yeah, I'll read his email. Jerry Peterson. I have concerns regarding the applicant's approval and the effects on the property values close to this location. I've lived at our address for over 18 years and have experienced countless nights where I can hear people talking on the new nearby bike trail, which leads me to believe I would easily be able to hear dogs that are left outside during the evening hours. I'm a pet owner, and I know how my pet reacts to wildlife and people he hears and sees when outdoors. My concerns are the reactions of a large number of dogs when people and wildlife are nearby during the evening and nighttime hours. There are a lot of people who use this trail during the course of the year at all hours of the night and day. It's also common to see deer, fox, turkeys, squirrels, and other wildlife in the area. Thanks for considering this before approving this application. And he is at 112 Discovery Circle, Council Bluffs.
Which on this map, it does show
Yep.
his
I have that
house,
one,
and
so.
here's where the kennel is, so.
It's up across the trail
Up on
and,
a hill, yeah,
and Highway 275.
yeah. By the middle school, I believe. Yep.
Can we see a map, what you guys are talking about? Can I just come up to the podium and look real quick?
Give you mine. You can see this one.
So this would be on the west side of the
Yeah, if you-
railroad tracks.
Uh,
There's the railroad tracks, right
Yep.
there.
well, the trail runs right, the
Yeah,
trail runs right
we,
down
we
here.
have
This is
horses right there.
right
So,
there.
yeah, and there's a trail, and here's the railroad tracks, so it would be on this side.
Correct.
Here's the property where
Uh-huh.
the proposed
Well,
is.
they own all this.
Yeah, correct.
But the kennel is going by their house.
By their house.
So on the other side of the railroad
All right,
tracks.
thank you.
Yep. Okay, so Jack and Joe, did you hear Hannah Cruz's concerns? Okay, so hold on a second. Well, I just wanted to verify that you guys could hear that.
Okay.
Yes.
If there's no one else to speak up to oppose it, I would give a closing statement to the applicant.
Okay. You're good to go now, Joe.
Okay, yeah, I can understand her concerns, and I did a Google map search for the guy that's on top of the hill at Discovery Circle, and he's over 1,300 feet away from the house, which is about a third of a mile. And on Dale Lonergan Street, that is over 500 feet easily, because it's 100 foot plus the abandoned railroad track, or the track that they took out. I can't see whether they're 500 feet, they're farther than 500 feet away from where I'm proposing the kennel. And I'll tell you what, we can drop the plans for the boarding kennel.
Okay, Joe,
Okay.
just let me explain how we send those notices. So it is not just where your kennel is, it's the entire property. We go to the outer edges of the property, so anyone within 500 feet of that gets a notice.
Okay,
Yeah,
but like, if this is a big property, I mean, you know what I mean?
right. No,
But,
I'm just explaining
Yeah,
how they
Yeah.
get the 500 feet, so,
yeah, that's fine.
okay.
But I'll tell you right now, we'll drop the boarding kennel altogether. All we're really interested in is to have a little bit of extra income in retirement. And if we can just breed these dogs, I mean, they're gonna be in at night. You guys, whatever you guys decide is cool with us, but we were hoping to make a little bit of money on this stuff for our retirement, but, no.
Well, like you say, the little dogs are not barkers and they're not out at night, and the concern would probably be the boarding dogs.
Yeah, well, we'll drop that. We'll drop the boarding dogs completely.
I might also add that the ordinance says the kennel runs must be 200 feet from a residence, so it's not the outside property line of a 40-acre tract, it's from the actual kennel, or the kennel runs, and clearly, all these properties are way, way, way too far than 200 feet away.
Right, Jack, I was just explaining how we send our notices.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The 500-foot
Yeah.
notices are from the
Gotcha.
entire
Yeah.
property, yes. But he's right, the ordinance itself, referring to kennels, the runs have to be 200 from a house, so.
Okay, all right.
So that would be satisfied if approved.
If there's no other discussion amongst the board members, I would ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
It's moved in second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed the same. The public hearing is now closed. Now I ask if there's discussion again amongst the board members to.
Can we get staff recommendations, please?
So staff recommendation was to approve the application subject to the following conditions. That the applicants shall secure a license from the Iowa Department of Ag and Land Stewardship prior to opening the kennel. The owner shall follow a manure plan. The number of adult dogs shall be limited to 25 dogs. Signage, if proposed, shall be required to comply with the ordinance. The applicants shall secure permit approval through the county building code division to ensure that the structure complies with the codes. The applicants shall secure permit approval through the county environmental health division for the septic system. The applicants shall agree to allow the Pot County Animal Control Division to inspect the facility at least once a year. And that was based on the following findings of fact. The subject property is located in an A3 zoning district. The county zoning ordinance, which is adopted in conjunction with the land use plan, stipulates that the proposed land use is a permitted conditional use. The subject property is located in an area which consists primarily of ag and industrial land uses. The kennel is not foreseen to have any negative impact on area properties. The existing road system is adequate to accommodate this activity, and the aforementioned conditions will minimize any potential adverse impact on adjoining properties.
Thank you, Pam.
You could, you know, if the dogs being out at night are a concern, you could add a condition to specify that the dogs have to be inside, you know, particular hours of the day.
My only concern is the amount of liquid from them, just letting it run out on a pad to evaporate. That doesn't sound like that's quite the way for,
I would think it'd have to be.
Well, I think that's all gonna be regulated by the
permits.
state. I mean, the
yeah,
state,
yeah, that's what I.
in order to get their license and whatever, I think the state's gonna have to regulate that, so I'm not, I mean, I trust that, and this isn't the first one, so,
Environmentally,
yeah, I
yes.
trust that that'll all be taken care of through
Through
the
those
state,
channels,
through the
yes.
licensing. So,
Breeding facilities in general have a bad reputation right now. And Iowa is one of the worst. And I think that's everybody's fear. It sounds like you would have a good operation that would be well managed and that would never happen. So, from what you've told us.
well, and it looks to me like, I mean, they're having.
These are my babies. I mean, you know, like I said, we love these little dogs.
Right.
Excuse us, we're just on to, discussion between the board members right now, so.
Okay, you want me to do it again?
Yep, please,
Okay.
thank you,
All right.
thank you. I lost my train of thought, but,
I guess I think a condition that the dogs be in at night would be something that would work, just for the well-being of people around the, you know, that they're, at least they'd be in at nighttime, they would be in their kennel, which sounds like they would probably be anyway, but.
It does sound like that, but, I mean, that's up to the board to decide if you
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't know.
impose that condition or.
If I was a neighbor, I would want them not to hear them at night. I don't know that I would, but I would want that in place, I think. If you could make it, I don't know, 30 minutes after sunset or 9 o'clock every night or.
see, I just don't know how you do that, that's, I don't know, I just think it'd be an enforcement nightmare, how do you do it?
So somebody.
Like you say,
if
what
a
time
neighbor
are you
would-
gonna go?
A neighbor would call if they have a complaint, and then we would address it, right?
Well, I think there's already a noise ordinance
From 10,
for dogs,
10 to 6.
for dogs anyway, so I mean,
10 to 6 or
I mean, I
something.
think like we'd just kind of be doubling that up,
Okay.
really, because I know that if you do have a barking dog problem, then neighbors can call
Mhm.
and report that
And
anyway.
any noise, honestly.
Well, yeah, any.
Yes, but,
Right.
yes.
Right.
And that is
So-
from 10 at night.
10 to 7?
Yeah, I
10 to
don't,
6 or 7.
Okay,
don't know
and
what it
if
is,
that's
but
already in place, then that would be.
but I know there's something already out there that addresses that, so.
Mhm.
Okay, well then we don't need, probably need
Yeah.
to add anything
That's why I think it'd just be,
duplicate and
yeah,
somebody to.
duplicate, so.
Okay. All right, well, if there's no other discussion, I guess I would entertain a motion on the hearing.
I would move to approve it based on the recommendations that we have established.
I'll second that.
Moved in second, roll call vote.
Herder,
Yes?
Jenneru,
Could you repeat the motion, what she said?
Motion to approve
Okay,
with the staff recommendations.
okay.
Okay, and now we're doing roll call. So Herder,
Yes?
Leaders,
Yes.
Jenneru,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. So it's an unanimous vote, motion carried.
The application
Okay.
has been approved to the applicant. You're still
He's
muted.
muted.
So your application has been approved.
Okay,
So-
great, guys.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
proceed to
I will
secure,
be a good neighbor and a good dog owner, so don't worry about that.
yep, so when you're ready to
you.
construct, make sure you secure your permits.
Okay, now do I just go to the planning council or the permit?
Yes, the
Right.
planning office.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
I was reading something on Nextdoor, and they were talking about English Bulldog puppies that were stolen. Those weren't any of yours, were they?
What?
I was reading on Nextdoor, it's a little, thing that we have in our neighborhood, and it said that some English Bulldog puppies were stolen. That they were advertised and somebody came and stole them all. That wasn't related to you.
They are, people steal them. But like I said, that's why you really gotta watch them. That's why they can't be out at night. You know what I mean?
Well, that wasn't you
Plus,
though. You didn't get
there's
affected.
predators around here, and I would be scared to have them out at night. You know?
Yeah.
But I didn't hear nothing about anybody getting stolen.
Well, I just saw it and thought, poor little puppies. I don't know.
You have any other business?
I don't,
No other business?
no other business? In fact, in case, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
It's moved in second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Meeting is adjourned.
Do we have a March meeting set up yet?
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you,
All right,
guys.
thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks again. Bye.
He was happy with the sheep boulder.